This is Thursday night, 11:38 p.m. right now. Just finished the job and came here. It's freezing cold out here. That's why I'm wearing all these gloves and stuff, because it's freezing. Like as I stay here, my face is like freezing. Really cold. Yesterday and today it's cold like this. And then how did the day went? I was following all my habits this morning, and then came to job. That's it. That's basically the days are going. And then what else? Today I'm going to talk about does God really exist? Does God really exist? You know, most people say there's a God, and you know, the whole world, like not whole world, maybe 1/3 of the world believes, because there are a lot of atheists right now. The question is, does God exist? People are now, you know, even yesterday there was a news that Homo erectus, the ancestor before the human, they existed like 100 to 107,000 years. So that proves the evolution. You know, that simply proves all the religions wrong. But people are still holding on to this blind faith and stuff. I want the whole world to be atheist, not really atheist, like anti-theist, like not having a religion and trying to figure out what's really it is. You know, it's all amazing. Like we are existing right here. We have like male, female, all these other creatures. It's all amazing. Like other worlds, there are like all the stars, galaxies. It's all amazing. Where did all this come from? You know, these are all this God in the world are proved wrong because of the evolution and Big Bang. But what is so if it's wrong, then what is the core of our existence? Like, where did it all begin? You know, there's people even talking about multi-universe right now. Not only this universe, maybe there's a multiple blast. Like there another universe going around like that. You know, so is there any God really exist? That's a question mark. Nobody knows, basically. Nobody knows. Until we die, we don't know. After we die, maybe we'll be born again. You know, maybe we were already born before and died and born again as a human like this, and we don't know, because after we even die, as we born as another creature or human again, we don't know whether we already born. You know, we don't know. Like we are going to feel like we born again all over again, like we didn't born before. You know, that's how we are going to feel. So it's all question mark. I watched one of the video from Sadhguru. He has a lot of good points about, you know, this God and stuff. He also tell a story and something like that. I was watching that. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna add that with this video after my talk. I'm gonna put that in my video. See you guys later.
The soul is sacred for people. The body is filthy. How is it possible? Yes? That's what we've been doing, isn't it so? Saying God is sacred, creation is filthy. How is it possible? The very thought of God occurred to you only because you saw creation, isn't it? When you were born and you opened your eyes, you looked around, so much creation. Before you came here, so much has happened. Obviously, you did not create it. So you thought, there must be a creator. This is how you come to the creator, isn't it? The moment you thought there must be a creator, because you're in a human form, you thought it must be a big man. A small man like me cannot do all this. It must be a big man. Just 2 hands, how can it do so much creation? Must be 8 hands. Isn't it? Isn't it so? If you were a buffalo, you would be really thinking, God is a huge buffalo. Isn't it so? Yes or no? You go and ask a buffalo and see. A buffalo will insist, God is a huge buffalo, maybe 4 horns. You know Idi Amin? You heard of Idi Amin? The Uganda man? Idi Amin declared, God is black. I agree with him. If a white man can have a white God, why can't a black man have a black God? But both those people are confused. We know God is brown. Because he visited us, you know. Some time ago, I was talking to a group of people in Nashville in Tennessee, and I was telling them a joke. In the joke, I just referred to God as Him. Immediately a few ladies stood up. Do you believe God is a man? I knew where it's going. I said, see, I'm only telling you a joke. It doesn't matter. You said Him. Do you believe God is a man? They take the jokes very seriously. Now women are arguing, God could be a woman. Such problems exist only in those cultures. In India, we have man God, we have woman God, we have cow God, we have monkey God, we have everything. Every kind, crawling one, creeping one, flying one. Because we foresaw all the problems of the future. See, when man was the most powerful force on the planet, man was naturally God. Now women are also gaining in their power, so women are questioning, why can't it be a woman? So tomorrow suppose dogs gain lot of power which they're gaining, so dogs will ask, why not a dog god? Actually the spelling also is close, you know. He seemed to be closer than you, isn't it? So your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself, isn't it? Your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself. See, you're still not able to define yourself, isn't it? Whatever definition you put on yourself is not correct. Any kind of definition you put on you, it is not enough to describe this one. When this small piece of creation is like this, the source of creation, how are you going to put a definition on it? You cannot define it, you cannot understand it, you can only dissolve into it. You can experience it, you can never know it, you can't make knowledge out of it. Whatever knowledge you have about God is just pure nonsense, cultural nonsense. Depending upon which kind of culture you are in, that kind of God you have, isn't it? It can only be experienced. Experience does not mean you can eat it or you can grasp it. No, you can experience only by dissolving in it. There is no other way. So, we are just looking for methods of dissolution so that we can experience something far bigger than ourselves.